Hi everyone, I'm TryHackme. As you all know, this is my YouTube channel. I know I've been away for a minute. That's a story for another day, of course. So the thing is, while I was away, I was able to get some shitty certs. So after getting the shitty certs, just to be specific, that was Kali Linux Certified Professional and Offensive Security Wireless Professional. So I know they're shitty certs. Looking forward to maybe trying YCP in the near like future, like 2025 thing like that. But anyway, despite the fact that they are shitty certs, they were able to help me get a job. And I actually purchased a Legion Latry. It's a really cool machine. Of course, I'll do the whole video with it because it will be so nice. But as for now, I'm still on my native machine, which is just shitty. But I just wanted to see if I could drop a video before getting my latest machine. And for that, I'll be doing Attacktive Directory and TryHackme. So you kind of go to learn. I think it's practice. I think they have this functionality where you can search for it, and since we know the name, you can always search for it. So it's Attacktive Directory, like that. Yeah, exactly. You get it here, and then you can just click that and wait for it to load. It's taking its sweet time, so you can come here to join the room and then start the machine. Before that, we'll just set our VPN. So I'll just come here and go to setups and then VPN and TryHackme. Okay, so cd thm, and then I'll just do sudo open VPN and then config and then the VPN name. So I'll just enter my password and the VPN will start automatically. So you see this line here, this is the killer line. Once you see this line, you're good to go. Okay, you see the initialization sequence completed, you're good to go. And you see that there's a new network interface that has been created called Tanzilo. We can actually check that with IPA, and you can see it's Tanzilo, and the IP address is 10.9.168.173, which is what you are seeing up here. So let's exit that and come back here. This will take a minute. So it's taking like 2 seconds now to show the IP address. And so what we can do is we can try to ping that. Still not up, so maybe we give it a minute. I'll fast forward the video to not make it so lengthy. And as you can see now, we are able to pin the box. So what you'll do is just go to temporary directory and create this directory for our stupid working directory for the machine. So I'll just name it Attacktive Directory. Like that, and then you can cd to Attacktive Directory. So what you'll do is that you'll just do a simple nmap scan. So service script, service version, and then the IP address, and then save this to nmap output, and then we want it in verbose mode. Yeah, this will be interesting because remember, in this channel I never did Windows boxes. I think I didn't do it Windows boxes for some weird reasons. But then I wasn't comfortable with like some of the things in Windows. But right now I feel like I can do a minute, like I can pop up a CMD shell. So I feel like I know something. Anyway, so I like doing it in verbose mode because it will show you ports as it discovers them. Like this is really nice if you're doing like a quick run, especially on Hack the Box, if you are chasing for the first blood. Yeah, so now that it's actually done, we can actually go through this. We have port 53 for DNS, and this is for domain name resolution and all that. So what DNS does is it has like a table of IP addresses and their corresponding domain names. So once you enter a domain name, it will be able to map it to the IP address. It's just as simply explained as that to a layman's in a layman's language. But there's more to it. If you want to understand it, there's more to it. There is port 80 for a simple IIS Windows server. That's okay, you can check at it later. There is we can see that this is a DC, it's a domain controller, you know, having port 88 open for Kerberos. Mostly the DCs are the one, you know, with the KDC for authenticating users. Remember, there are two main ways of authenticating users in Windows, right? So there is the Kerberos one, and then there is the TLM authentication. But mostly in Active Directory, you find the Kerberos one common. We have the whole Samba shares, that is SMB. We have LDAP open. So this is the unsecure LDAP. Remember, there is LDAPs which runs on, I think, port 668, something of sort. Not sure, but it's on somewhere there, that range. So this is LDAP, and we have the domain name here. So we probably need to add this to our etc hosts. So I'll just copy it like that. And then we have 3389 for RDP. And yeah, so let's add that to our etc hosts name like that. Okay, so we probably don't need that. We need to do vim and then enter the name. And so you can see here that I had added it. So this was at activedirectory.spooky.local and like that. So we have the IP address there. So we need to probably change the IP address because I doubt it's the same. So like that, and then everything is working as normal. So let's see. So we'll come here and say, and we see that, you know, for the enumeration for users via Kerberos, we have, you know, a users list and a password list is provided. So what you'll do is I'll just get this, and we'll use wget to get the usernames and the passwords. So copy that, and then like that. So we have both files here, and of course enumerating users via Kerberos will be making use of the KDC and how the authentication works. So to make sure that, you know, we are able to enumerate for users, we can use a tool called Kerberos. So basically you can get this tool on GitHub. So I'll just do help for, you know, getting the syntax. For some reason I never get the syntax out of my butt, like, but you know, you can just do username. Okay, username, and then you'll give it like the domain is was it spooky.thm? Not sure, but okay, we can always check. Okay, so yeah, so it was spookysec.local. So let's get that straight. The next thing we can try to do is of course provide the users list. So user list, and then let's see, probably we don't need data queue, and we'll see that it couldn't find any KDCs for the rim tararada. So please specify a domain controller. We probably need this to be tac DC, I guess. Tac DC, and then spookysec.local. Yeah, and you know, we are able to find some valid usernames. Now we are able to even find a hash for a username or an account that, you know, has been explicitly specified to disallow pre-authentication. Now remember, in Kerberos, you must be like, if you have pre-authentication disabled, someone could get your hash. So this is basically what is happening here in simple terms. Yeah, so basically, if an account in Windows, you know, has pre-authentication disabled, you could actually be able to dump his hash. And actually, what I find better here is that, you know, there is an option in Kerberos where you can actually specify that you need a downgraded version of that hash. For for you to be able to crack it faster. I think if you use the in packet, can't remember the module, but that module that comes with in packet tools will be able to actually dump for you the downgraded version without you specifying for it when you're doing AS rep roasting. So what I'll do, I'll just cancel this, and then I'll add an option for downgrade, like, you know, like that. Okay, I guess we need it like that. Yeah, so pretty much it. Sorry for that. So now you can see that from here we are able to see that using the downgraded version of that encryption, so we are using this now, and you're able to get the hash now, this one, which of course we'll save. So and what we'll do is I'll just do John and then TryHackme word list, and then I'll just do user share word list. Oh, we had a user's word list here, so what you'll just do is password list and then passing the hash like that, and you're able to get we're able to crack the hash. So this is the password. I'll just save this in my notes, and the account is svc admin. So what you can do now is, you know, try and enumerate the shares. So you can just do this with crackmap exec and then smb. This was spooky sec.local, and then TryHackme, this will be of course svc admin, and then TryHackme will be management 2005, and then what else we can just do, you can just click enter to just see if we are able to log into, you know, to log into SMB via using these credentials. And if you're able, we could actually now go ahead to trying to dump the shares, that is. So I hope this is right. SpookySec, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and you're able to log in. So basically right now, because crackmap exec is not, you know, being maintained, we could actually use the newer tool called netexec. Yeah, and as you can see, it's more or less the same, and now you can specify the TryHackme shares option to, you know, dump all the shares kind of. And let's see, I'm sure we'll be able to, you know, access a bunch of shares here. Yeah, and one of them is the backup. So this backup one is really interesting. So I'll just use in packet smb client like that, and for this one I'll just specify the spooky domain. Okay, so what we can do is, you know, we can just type shares to get the shares, and then you can just say use backup, and then we can list the shares, and you can see that there is some backup credentials. So what you can do now, we can just use cut program to, you know, cut this guy, and we can see that we have that. So vim notes again, and then we just have that, and then, you know, we can echo these to base, looks like base 64. So base 64, then TryHackD, and you're able to get some more credentials. Awesome. So what next now? We have to think of how a backup account could be used in an Active Directory. So this is still running, okay, but we don't actually need that anymore. So we have to think about how a backup account could be used in an Active Directory, and we can come actually here. Let's see, and we are being told. So now that we have user credentials, we have more privileges on the system than before. The username of an account backup gets us thinking. Okay, so what would a backup account in a domain controller be used for? So the thing is, in a domain controller, the account will usually have unique permissions that allows all Active Directory changes to be synced with the user account. Okay, so with this user account, so this includes password hashes and all that, because now you could usually you could usually get now those backup accounts synced with for the whole DC synced with this user account. So now we could use a tool from in packet called secrets dump to dump all these secrets. Okay, so this will allow us to retrieve all the password hashes that this user account that is synced with the domain controller has to offer. Okay, so and that's what we'll just do. So we'll just do in packet secrets dump. Okay, so let's just do secrets dump like that, and we can use the account here. So this syntax is usually interesting. So this syntax is usually interesting. So you specify the domain and then the username and password and then at the domain. Okay, so this will use the DRSU API method to get the this is the file that stores most secrets in Active Directory, the ntds.dit. So now that we have this, we can now use a method called pass the hash to log in to the the DC using the administrator account. So I'll just use evo in rm for that. Spooky sec.local, and then the attack username, this is the administrator, and then the hash will be that one. Yeah, now that we are logged in, we can actually do type desktop to get the administrator password, and then this will be root.txt, and we could actually go back like that, hit in a directory, and then we could just go to backup user desktop, and then you could type previous.txt, and we have that user as well. And now we could usually go to svc admin, and we could just do something like go to desktop and list these files there, and you can type user.txt, and you have all the flags now. Maybe a who am I and a who am I /all to just who we are, and we can see that we are actually the administrator account, and we have all these privileges. Cool. Thank you everyone for sticking around at the end of the video. I'll see you next time. Hopefully next time I'll be doing my video on a brand new laptop, which will be awesome. So see you next time, guys. Thank you for sticking with me up to the end of the video.